Chosen one, stop scrolling. I need you to do something for me right now. It is urgent. Lift your left hand. Look at the palm. Not your right hand, your left hand. Do you see it? Most people just see skin and lines. They think it is just biology, but you are not most people. You have felt it, heaven not you. A sudden heat in the center of your palm when you are around sick people. A strange tingling sensation when you walk into a crowded room. Or maybe a mysterious scar or a mark that appeared out of nowhere. Listen to me closely. This is not an accident. You did not click on this video by chance. The Holy Spirit guided you here because it is time to unlock the weapon attached to your wrist. That mark on your hand. It is a receipt. It proves that you belong to a very specific ancient bloodline of healers and warriors. You are one in a million. The world calls you sensitive. God calls you marked. Today, we are going to decode the secret language written on your skin. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to use your hand to heal, to block attacks, and to receive your kingdom wealth. If you are ready to activate the power in your hands, like this video to signal to the universe that you are awake. Subscribe to join the thousands of chosen ones reclaiming their power today. Let us begin. Let us look at the evidence. Look closely at the center of your palm. Do you see the letter M formed by the major lines? Trace it with your eyes. The lifeline, the headline, and the heart line coming together to form a distinct M shape. If you have this, do not ignore it. In ancient spiritual traditions, and even among the prophets, this letter does not just stand for mystery. It stands for messenger. It means your spirit is not designed for the ordinary world. You are a bridge. Information from the divine comes down through the crown of your head and tries to exit through your hands. The Bible speaks of this divine distinction. In Isaiah 49 verse 16, God says, "See, I have inscribed you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are continually before me. Just as you are carved into God's hand, He has left a signature on yours." That letter M is the signature of the architect. It marks you as someone with a high level of intuition and a destiny that involves leading others out of darkness. But here is the scary part. People with this mark often walk a very lonely path. You feel misunderstood because your frequency is different. You are broadcasting a signal that repels fake people and attracts broken souls who need fixing. Have you ever noticed that strangers tell you their deepest secrets within 5 minutes of meeting you? They do not know why, but they feel safe. They feel the energy radiating from your hands. But the visual mark is just the first layer. We need to go deeper. The real proof is not just what you see, it is what you feel. I want you to try something with me right now. You do not need to move. You do not need to stand up. Just stay where you are. I want you to close your eyes for a second and focus all your attention on the very center of your left palm. Imagine there is a small, heavy gold coin sitting right in the middle of your hand. Feel the weight of it. Feel the warmth of the metal pressing against your skin. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, imagine that coin getting hotter. Do you feel that? That sudden pulse? That slight increase in temperature or that tiny tingle in your fingers? That is not your imagination. That is activation. That is the dormant energy in your left hand responding to your focus. You see, the left hand is your receiving hand. In the spiritual anatomy of a chosen one, the right hand is the sword. It is for action, for giving, for fighting. But the left hand is the shield. It is the portal. It is connected directly to the right side of your brain, the seat of intuition and spiritual sight. Exodus 13 verse 16 tells us, "It shall be as a sign on your hand, and as frontlets between your eyes. For by strength of hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt." Your hand is a reminder of deliverance. When you feel that heat, it means your spirit is trying to process a download from heaven. But because nobody taught you what this was, you probably thought it was a symptom of anxiety. You might have thought you had a nerve problem. You do not have a nerve problem. You have a power problem. You have too much power and nowhere to direct it. This is why you experience what I call the clumsiness of the chosen. How many times have you dropped something for no reason? How many times have you bumped into a door frame or knocked over a glass of water with your left hand? You call it being clumsy. I call it an energy surge. When your vibration spikes, it interferes with the physical objects around you. Your hand is vibrating at a frequency that is faster than matter. The enemy knows this. That is why he tries to attack your hands. Have you ever had a sudden, sharp pain in your wrist or a finger joint that doctors cannot explain? It comes and goes. That is not arthritis. That is spiritual warfare. Psalm 144 verse 1 says, "Blessed be the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle." God is training your hands. That pain you feel? It is resistance. There is an invisible force trying to handcuff you in the spirit realm. They want to bind your hands so you cannot build your destiny. They want to bind your hands so you cannot receive the blessings that are trying to land in your palm. But the fact that you are feeling the heat, the fact that you are seeing the signs, means their plan is failing. You are waking up. Now, I need to reveal something specific about the lines on your hand that goes beyond the letter M. Look at the side of your hand, underneath the pinky finger. Do you see small, faint vertical lines? These are often called the Samaritan lines or the healer lines. If you have these, it confirms your mandate. You were sent here to heal generational trauma. You are the cycle breaker. The reason your life has been so hard, the reason you have suffered more than your siblings, is because you are the one chosen to wash the bloodline clean. Your hands are the scrubbing tools. But be careful, because your hands are open portals. They are also vulnerable. We are going to talk about the danger of touch. There is a reason you feel drained after shaking hands with certain people. There is a reason you feel the need to wash your hands immediately after coming home from a public place. It is not just germs, it is energy. In the next part of this message, I'm going to show you exactly how to lock your left hand so that energy vampires cannot steal from you. We are going to decode the specific meaning of the itch. If your palm itches, is it money or is it a warning? The answer will shock you, but first, take a deep breath. Acknowledge the fire in your hand. It is real and it is yours. You have acknowledged the fire in your hand. Now we must understand the source of the flame. Why the left hand? Why is this specific limb the lightning rod for your spiritual experience? To understand this, we must look at the spiritual anatomy of a chosen one. You have probably been taught that the right hand is the hand of power. And it is true. The Bible often speaks of the right hand of God as the hand of authority and action. But the Bible also holds a secret regarding the left. Proverbs 3 verse 16 reveals a profound truth about wisdom. It says, "Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor." Did you catch that? Riches and honor are held in the left hand. This is not just talking about physical money. It is talking about spiritual wealth. It is talking about the inheritance that the enemy is terrified you will access. Your right hand is your sword. It is how you interact with the physical world. It is how you write, how you work, how you fight. But your left hand is your antenna. It is your connection to the unseen realm. It is the limb that receives the download before your brain even processes it. This is why you often feel the sensation in your left hand first. It is the first point of contact for the Holy Spirit to enter your vessel. This brings us to the mystery of the temperature difference. I want you to perform a mental check right now. Do not move your hands. Just shift your awareness. Focus on your right hand. Does it feel normal? Does it feel like room temperature? Now shift your focus instantly to your left palm. Is it warmer? Is it buzzing? For 90% of chosen ones, the left hand consistently runs at a higher spiritual voltage than the right. This is not a medical condition. This is a mechanism. You are a walking, breathing energy conductor. Habakkuk 3 verse 4 describes the presence of God, saying, "His brightness was like the light. He had rays flashing from his hand, and there his power was hidden." Rays flashing from the hand. That is exactly what is happening to you, but on a microscopic level. Your left hand is constantly absorbing and emitting energy. This explains the symptom that has likely frustrated you for your entire life: the curse of clumsiness. How many times have you been scolded for dropping things? How many times have you touched a light bulb and it flickered? How many watches have stopped working on your wrist? You are not clumsy. You are electric. When you are under stress or when you are entering a new spiritual season, the voltage in your body spikes. Because your left hand is the portal, that excess energy tries to escape through your fingertips. When you pick up a glass of water, you're not just gripping it with muscles. You're hitting it with a shock wave of spiritual energy that causes your grip to glitch. It is like trying to handle delicate china while wearing high-voltage gloves. The next time you drop something, do not call yourself stupid. Do not curse yourself. Instead, recognize it for what it is. It is a sign that your battery is overcharged. It is a sign that you need to ground your energy. And this leads us to the most critical function of the left hand. It is your radar system. The enemy relies on the element of surprise. He wants to catch you off guard. But God, in His mercy, has installed an alarm system in your body. That mark on your hand, those lines, they are connected to a spiritual nervous system. Have you ever experienced a sudden, sharp pain in a specific finger? It hits you out of nowhere, like a needle prick, and then vanishes just as fast. You rub your hand, but there is no injury. There is no bruise. Listen to me. That was not a muscle spasm. That was an interception. Your hand just blocked a spiritual arrow that was aimed at your heart. Or it was alerting you to a shift in the atmosphere. You need to learn how to decode these signals. If you ignore the dashboard of your car when the warning light blinks, the engine blows up. If you ignore your hand, your life blows up. Let us break down the dashboard. We need to look at the fingers, specifically the ones that trigger the most sensation in chosen ones. Let us start with the thumb. In the ancient understanding of palmistry and spiritual lineage, the thumb represents willpower and ancestors. If your left thumb often feels stiff, heavy, or hot, it is a sign of a generational struggle. You are carrying the unfinished business of your bloodline. Your ancestors are trying to push you forward, or conversely, a generational curse is trying to hold you back. The thumb is the anchor. Then there is the index finger. This is the finger of authority and judgment. If you feel a tingling or a throbbing in your left index finger, pay attention to who is speaking to you at that moment. Your spirit is discerning a lie. The index finger acts as a truth detector. When someone lies to a chosen one, the frequency in the room changes. Your conscious mind might not catch it because you want to believe they are good, but your hand knows. Your hand starts to vibrate because it is picking up the dissonance in their voice. But the most mysterious signal comes from the ring finger. This is where things get deep. The ring finger has a direct vein, the vena amoris, that connects straight to the heart. In the spirit, this is the finger of covenant and creativity. But for the chosen one, this finger acts as a barometer for relationships. Have you ever felt a ring of fire around this finger, even though you are not wearing jewelry? Or a sensation of heaviness, like a phantom weight dragging it down? Job 37 verse 7 says, "He seals the hand of every man, that all men may know his work." God has sealed your hand with a specific purpose. When the ring finger flares up, it is often a warning about an emotional attachment. Someone is thinking about you intensely, and their intentions might not be pure. It is a cord being attached to your spirit. Your hand is alerting you that someone is trying to hook into your energy field. Now, I know this can feel overwhelming. You might be thinking, I do not want to feel all of this. I just want to be normal. I'm tired of being a human metal detector. I hear you. It is exhausting to feel the emotions of strangers. It is exhausting to walk into a supermarket and feel the heaviness of the atmosphere in your palms. But you cannot turn it off. You can only tune it. You're not broken. You're just uncalibrated. We are going to perform a mental calibration right now. This is the passive win I promised you. You do not need to wash your hands or light a candle. We are going to use the power of your mind to adjust the volume of your left hand. I want you to visualize your left arm. See it in your mind's eye. Imagine that right at your wrist, where your hand meets your arm, there is a golden dial. It looks like the volume knob on an old stereo. Right now, your sensitivity is turned up to 10. That is why you are overwhelmed. In your mind, I want you to reach out with your spiritual hand and turn that dial down from 10 to 5. Hear the click as it turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lock it in place. Now imagine a translucent blue glove sliding over your left hand. It fits perfectly. This is not a glove of suppression. It is a glove of insulation. It allows the blessings to come in, but it filters out the static noise of the world. Take a deep breath and push that breath down your left arm into your hand, filling that blue glove with light. You should feel a shift. The frantic buzzing should settle into a steady, low hum. This is your new baseline. You are in control. The gift does not control you. You control the gift, but even with this protection, there is a danger we have not discussed yet. The enemy is observant. He watches you. He sees that you have the mark. He sees the light coming from your hands, even when you try to hide it. And because he cannot steal your destiny, he tries to steal your battery life. He sends people into your life whose sole purpose is to touch you. Have you ever met someone who is overly touchy? They always want to hug you, pat your back, or grab your hand when they talk. And after they leave, you feel like you need to sleep for 3 days? These are what we call energy vampires. And they are attracted to the letter M on your palm, like moths to a flame. In the next segment, I'm going to teach you how to spot them before they even make contact. And more importantly, I'm going to reveal the secret of the itch. When your palm itches, is it money coming in, or is it a bill coming due? The specific location of the itch on your palm tells the whole story. Do not go anywhere. The revelation is just getting started. You have learned how to insulate your hand with the blue glove. But insulation is only half the battle. You must understand the nature of the predator. I mentioned energy vampires. These are not monsters from a movie. These are your co-workers, your neighbors, sometimes even your family members. And the terrifying truth is, they know you are a chosen one before you do. Their spirits recognize your light, and because they are spiritually bankrupt, because their own connection to the divine source is broken or blocked, they look for a battery to jumpstart their dead engines. You are that battery. Have you ever noticed that when a specific person is in the room, they gravitate toward your left side? Watch them next time. They will stand on your left, they will walk on your left, and when they speak to you, they will instinctively reach out and touch your left arm or grab your left hand. This is not affectionate. This is parasitic. They are plugging into your intake valve. Since your left hand is designed to receive energy from God, it is an open port. When they touch it, they are hijacking the download that was meant for you. This is why you feel a sudden wave of exhaustion, a headache, or a mood drop the moment they let go. They just siphoned your manna for the day. The Bible warns us about the danger of improper connection. 2 Corinthians 6 verse 17 says, "Come out from among them and be separate," says the Lord. "Do not touch what is unclean, and I will receive you." The command to not touch is not just about physical dirt. It is about spiritual contamination. When you allow an unclean spirit, a spirit of jealousy, greed, or chaos, to hold your hand, you are forming a temporary covenant with it. You are letting their chaos flow into your peace. So, how do you stop it without causing a scene? You cannot always slap people's hands away. You need a covert defense. The next time someone touches your left hand and you feel that drain, I want you to deploy the thorny vine visualization. You do not need to pull away. Just imagine that your left arm is instantly wrapped in a brilliant silver vine made of light. And this vine has thorns. These thorns do not hurt you. They protect you. Intend in your mind that these thorns puncture any parasitic cord trying to attach to you. You will be shocked by what happens. Often, the person touching you will suddenly pull their hand back as if they were stung. They will not know why. They will just feel uncomfortable and move away. You have defended your vessel without saying a word. Now, we must decode the signal that everyone ignores, but every chosen one experiences. The itch. There is an old superstition that says if your left hand itches, money is coming. But this is not just an old wives' tale. It is a distorted truth from ancient spiritual laws. The Hebrew word for hand, yed, also implies power and capability. Your hand is the instrument of your harvest. When your left palm itches right in the center, the hollow of the hand, it is a somatic notification from the universe. Your spirit is vibrating because a resource is approaching your timeline. It could be money, yes, but it could also be a new opportunity, a connection, or a breakthrough. The itch is the frequency of incoming. Deuteronomy 8 verse 18 reminds us, "And you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you power to get wealth." That power resides in your ability to receive. The itch is the activation of that power. But here is where 99% of people fail. What do you do when your hand itches? You scratch it. You aggressively scratch the itch to make it stop. Stop doing that. In the language of energy, scratching away is rejection. You are scrubbing the energy off your skin. You are telling the universe, "This is irritating, make it stop." You are literally scratching away the blessing before it can land. Here is the protocol of the prosperous. The next time your left palm itches, do not scratch it. Instead, close your hand. Make a fist. Capture the sensation. Imagine you are grabbing a handful of light. Then, put that fist in your pocket or pull it against your heart. This is a somatic anchor. You are telling your subconscious mind, "I receive this, I claim this, it is mine." It sounds simple, but the shift in intent is massive. You're turning an irritation into an integration. However, be warned, not all itches are good. If the itch is not in the center but on the fingertips, specifically the tips of the fingers, this is not money. This is chatter. In the mystic traditions, the fingertips are the antennas for social frequency. If your left fingertips burn or itch, it often means your name is in someone's mouth. And usually it is not for praise. It is gossip. It is slander. The enemy is plotting. When this happens, do not grab it. Shake your hand out. Flick your fingers as if you are flicking water off them. Disconnect from the conversation happening behind your back. Psalm 109 verse 28 says, "Let them curse, but you bless. When they arise, let them be ashamed, but let your servant rejoice." Flick the curse off your fingertips and keep moving. We have covered the M, the temperature, and the itch. But there are rarer marks. Marks that only appear on the high-ranking chosen ones. I need you to look at your hand again. Look for the letter X. This is often found between the two horizontal lines in the center of the palm, the headline and the heart line. It is called the mystic cross. If you have a clear, deep X on your left hand, you are part of a very small percentage of the human population. This mark is not for the faint of heart. The X is the mark of the leader. History tells us that great emperors and prophets often bore this sign, but in this spiritual context, the X stands for the crossroads. It means your life will never be a straight line. You will constantly face massive, life-altering decisions. You are a change agent. You cannot live a passive life. If you try to be normal, your life falls apart. The X demands greatness. It demands that you lead, even if you are leading from the shadows. It means you have the authority to break rules and rewrite systems. And then there is the star. Look for a star-shaped pattern, usually found on the mount under your index finger, the mount of Jupiter, or the ring finger, the mount of Apollo. This is the mark of the gifted. If you have the star, you possess a specific, supernatural talent that is meant to bring you fame or high visibility, not for your ego, but for God's glory. But the star comes with a price. It comes with intense scrutiny. People watch you. They wait for you to fall. The star attracts both adoration and jealousy in equal measure. Daniel 12 verse 3 speaks of your destiny. Those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the firmament, and those who turn many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. The star on your hand is a promise that you will not remain hidden forever. Your season of obscurity is ending. The light that you have been hiding in your bedroom is about to be put on a lampstand. But why you? Why? Do you have these marks and your siblings do not? Why do you have the heat and the X and the itch while your friends think it is all nonsense? This is the question that haunts every chosen one. Am I imagining this? Am I just crazy? No. You are not crazy. You are biological. This is not just spiritual. It is genetic. You are the product of a specific bloodline. You need to understand that being a chosen one is often hereditary. Look at your family tree. Go back 1 or 2 generations. There was someone else, wasn't there? Maybe a grandmother who knew things before they happened. Maybe a great uncle who was a healer, or perhaps the black sheep of the family who was ostracized because they were too intense. You are the reincarnation of that spiritual assignment. The mantle that they carried has been passed down through the DNA, skipping the dormant generations and landing specifically on you. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you. Before you were born I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet to the nations." This means the mark was on your spirit before it was on your skin. Your DNA was sequenced by the Creator to handle high-voltage spiritual energy. You were built for this. The reason you feel like an alien in your own family is because you are a correction. Your bloodline has likely accumulated trauma, curses, and bad patterns for centuries. God sent you, the one with the fire hand, to burn that corruption out. You are not just living your own life. You are resolving the unfinished business of your ancestors. That is why your hand gets hot. It is the fire of purification. Every time you break a cycle, every time you choose forgiveness over hate, every time you choose faith over fear, you are healing your DNA. You are healing the hands of your father and your father's father. This is a heavy burden, I know. It feels unfair that you have to do the work for everyone else. But remember the X on your hand. Remember the M. You are given the equipment because you are the only one strong enough to handle the job. Psalm 89 verse 21 promises, "With whom my hand shall be established. Also my arm shall strengthen him." You do not fight alone. The hand of God is superimposed over your left hand. So what do we do with this power? We have identified the hardware. We have set up the defense. Now, we must turn on the machine. In the next part, we are going to open the portal of wealth. There is a specific way to position your hands during prayer that acts like a funnel for financial blessings. Most people pray with closed hands, clenched fists of begging. I am going to teach you the open cup method, and we are going to talk about the terrifying but beautiful moment when your hand starts to move on its own during prayer. This is the sign of the impartation. Get ready. Go wash your hands with cool water if you need to reset the energy. Shake them out, because when we come back, we are going to start the activation process. The time for hiding is over. The time for wielding is now. The time for wielding is now. We begin with the posture of your heart, reflected in the posture of your hands. I want you to think about how you usually pray. When you are desperate, when you are crying out to God for a financial breakthrough, what do your hands do? Most people clench them tight. They interlace their fingers, squeeze their knuckles white and big. This is natural, but it is spiritually counterproductive. A clenched fist cannot receive. A closed hand tells the universe, I am holding on to my stress. I am holding on to my lack. You cannot catch rain with a closed fist. You must learn the open cup method. It is the stance of the confident heir. The next time you sit in silence to speak with your Creator, I want you to rest your left hand on your knee, palm facing up, fingers relaxed, slightly cupped. This is the universal sign of readiness. You're telling God, I am not trying to control the outcome anymore. I am simply a vessel. Pour it out. Psalm 145 verse 16 says, You open your hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing. Notice the mirror effect. When God opens his hand to give, you must open your hand to receive. If your hand is closed, the blessing bounces off your knuckles and falls to the ground. But there is a deeper problem we must address. Some of you have tried this. You have prayed with open hands. You have felt the heat. You have felt the itch. But the money still does not stay. The opportunity comes, and then it vanishes. You get the job, and then you lose it. You get the windfall, and then an emergency car repair takes it all away. Why does this happen? It is because you have what we call leaky hands. In the spirit realm, trauma creates cracks in your vessel. Guilt creates holes between your fingers. You're trying to hold water in a sieve. You do not need more rain. You need a better cup. We need to seal the cracks in your left hand right now, using only the power of your intention. I want you to perform a mental surgery with me. Keep your body still. Just use your imagination. Visualize your left hand again. But this time, I want you to see it changing substance. Imagine that your skin is turning into solid, liquid gold. Watch the gold flow into the spaces between your fingers. Watch it fill the tiny lines on your palm. See it hardening. You're turning your hand into a golden chalice. A chalice has no holes. A chalice is worthy of the wine it holds. As you hold this image of your golden hand, repeat this thought in your mind. I am a container, not a sieve. What God gives, I keep. What flows in, stays in. Feel the solidity of that thought. You are repairing the energetic leaks that have drained your bank account for years. You are commanding your spirit to develop a grip. Now, we must talk about the phenomenon that scares many chosen ones. The tremor. Have you ever been deep in prayer, or perhaps just sitting quietly, and suddenly your left hand starts to shake? It vibrates uncontrollably. Your fingers might twitch or jerk. You try to stop it, but you can't. It feels like electricity is surging through your nerves. Do not be afraid. Do not run to the doctor thinking you have a neurological disorder. If this happens primarily during spiritual moments, it is called impartation. Your hand is being upgraded. Think of it like a phone downloading a massive software update. The hardware shakes because the power of the data is too great for your current operating system. God is widening your capacity. He is stretching your nerves to handle more voltage. Acts 4 verse 30 says, by stretching out your hand to heal, and that signs and wonders may be done through the name of your holy servant Jesus. When your hand shakes, God is stretching his hand through yours. He is synchronizing his frequency with your biology. The next time this happens, do not fight it. Do not try to hold your hand still. Let it shake. Let it calibrate. Surrender to the tremor. Say, I allow the upgrade. This shaking is often the precursor to the gift of healing. You see, the chosen one is not just a receiver of wealth. You are a distributor of health. That heat you feel? That is not for you. That is for others. You are a human heat pad for the broken. Have you ever noticed that when a child is sick or a pet is injured, they instinctively come to you? They want you to touch them. And when you do, they calm down. They fall asleep. This is because your left hand emits a biomagnetic frequency that soothes the nervous system of others. You are a natural-born healer. But you have been afraid to use it because you thought it was weird. You thought it was arrogant to think you could heal. But it is not you doing the healing. You are just the extension cord. The power comes from the wall, but the cord must be plugged in. Mark 16 verse 18 promises that believers will lay hands on the sick, and they will recover. It does not say you need a degree. It says you need hands and belief. But there is a warning here. Because you are a conduit, you must be careful not to absorb the sickness you are treating. This is where many chosen ones fail. You touch a depressed friend, comfort them, and suddenly you are depressed for a week. You took their burden, but you did not know how to release it. You need a grounding protocol. You must treat your left hand like a lightning rod. A lightning rod takes the strike, but it sends the energy straight into the earth. It never holds the charge. From now on, whenever you use your hand to comfort someone, or whenever you feel that intense heat leaving your palm, you must mentally disconnect afterwards. Picture a cord being cut between your hand and their heart. Picture the excess heavy energy flowing out of your elbow and into the floor. Wash your hands with cold water as soon as you can. Water resets the magnetic field. We have covered the receiving, the holding, and the healing. But there is one final function of the left hand that is the most dangerous and the most powerful. It is the function of the stop sign, the hand of war. There are times when you are not called to heal the enemy, you are called to halt him. There are times when spiritual attacks are coming at your family so fast that you cannot just pray nice prayers. You have to put up a barrier. Your left hand, when held up with the palm facing out, is a spiritual shield. It projects a force field. The ancient prophets knew this. They knew that the position of the hand determined the flow of the battle. When Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed. When he lowered it, the enemy prevailed. Your arm strength is directly tied to your victory. Deuteronomy 28 verse 7 says, "The Lord will cause your enemies who rise against you to be defeated before your face. They shall come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways. But you must participate in this defeat. You must raise the standard." In the final part of this message, we are going to engage in active warfare. I am going to give you the sealing prayer. We are going to mentally tattoo a spiritual stop sign on your left palm. We are going to command the specific entities that have been stealing your peace to look at your hand and flee. And finally, we will lock in the frequencies we have activated today with the code 777. This is not just a video. This is an initiation. You have felt the heat. You have visualized the gold. Now, you must prepare to strike. Shake out your hands. Roll your shoulders. The coronation is coming. Viet Fan. Continue the narrative flow immediately from the previous segment. Zero gap flow. Luon Bam Sat, Gyong Ju, Tone, Loi Han Van Jan Fan Tich Banjao Jeviet Choshuan, Theo Fan Tich, Viet Jung, Soluon Kituja Fan Tich. 4. Deploy the first solution, the passive win mechanism. Do not wait. Introduce the first foundational strategies from the protocol. Critical, low-friction rule. Concept. The viewer is likely lying in bed or driving. Do not ask for physical movement. No standing up, no writing on the paper. The mechanism. Convert the solution into a sound. Mental act. Instruct the viewer to perform the action internally, using their imagination or breath. Dynamic instruction. Look at the specific problem in the title. Invent a mental visualization that solves that specific problem. Negative constraint. Do not use generic phrases like unclench your jaw or close your eyes, unless it fits the flow. Create a unique mental command relevant to the topic. Wait, do not click away yet. There is a secret I could not share with the casual viewers. The people who left after the prayer, they were looking for a quick fix. They wanted the magical sensation, but they do not have the stamina for the deep mystery. But you are still here. That tells me something about your spirit. It tells me that you are not just looking for relief, you are looking for mastery. And because you stayed, I am going to entrust you with the night protocol. You see, sealing your hand in the daytime is essential, but the real battle for a chosen one does not happen when the sun is up. It happens when your eyes are closed. Have you ever experienced this phenomenon? You wake up in the middle of the night, or perhaps right as the sun is rising, and your left hand is completely numb. It feels dead. You have to use your right hand to pick it up and shake life back into it. The doctors will tell you that you slept on it wrong. They will talk about the ulnar nerve and circulation. And sometimes that is true. But for you, the pattern is too specific. Why does it always happen before a major life event? Why does it happen after you have prayed for a breakthrough? That numbness is not just biology. It is spiritual binding. In the spirit realm, when a chosen one goes to sleep, their spirit often leaves the body to engage in warfare in the astral planes. Your hands are your weapons. The enemy knows that he cannot defeat you when you are awake and conscious of your authority. So he tries to handcuff you in the dream state. That dead hand sensation is the physical residue of a spiritual struggle. You were wrestling in the spirit, just like Jacob wrestled until daybreak. Song of Solomon 5 verse 5 says, I rose to open for my beloved, and my hands dripped with myrrh, my fingers with liquid myrrh on the handles of the lock. Your hands are meant to open doors in the spirit. The enemy tries to paralyze them so that when you wake up, you feel tired, heavy, and unmotivated. He wants to numb your grip on your destiny. So how do we fight a battle when we are asleep? We cannot use our conscious mind. We must use a passive win mechanism. We must set a trap for the enemy before we even close our eyes. I want to teach you the anchor under the pillow, visualization. This is a mental command that protects your hands while your consciousness is offline. Tonight, when you lay your head down, I want you to visualize your left hand again. But this time, imagine that there is a silver chain attached to your wrist. Follow that chain with your mind's eye. See it going down through the mattress, through the floor, deep into the earth, and wrapping around a massive, unshakable rock. That rock is Christ. As you drift off to sleep, simply think this thought. My hand is anchored to the rock. It cannot be bound by any other chain. This simple mental act creates a spiritual claustrophobia for any demon trying to touch you. They cannot handcuff a hand that is already chained to the source. You will find that when you do this, the numbness stops. You will wake up with your hands warm, open, and tingling with power, ready to start the day. Now, we must go even deeper into the biblical mystery of your left hand. You have probably heard all your life that the right hand is the hand of favor, and the left hand is often ignored. But the Bible gives us a secret weapon in the book of Judges. There was a man named Ehud. Judges 3 verse 15 describes him specifically as a man left-handed. Israel was under the oppression of a fat tyrant king named Eglon. No one could get close enough to kill him because the guards watched for the standard move. They watched the right hand. But Ehud was different. He made a double-edged sword, a short dagger, and he strapped it to his right thigh under his clothes. When he went to present a gift to the king, he reached with his left hand, the hand nobody suspected, the hand they thought was weak, and he drew the sword. He struck the enemy when he least expected it. The king fell, and Israel was delivered. You are an Ehud in your bloodline. The reason God gave you this distinct mark, the reason you are wired differently, is because you are a surprise attack against the kingdom of darkness. The enemy is watching your right hand, your public life, your job, your logical moves. But God has hidden a dagger in your left hand, your intuition, your spiritual gifts, your silence. The M on your hand, or the X, or the heat, these are your double-edged swords. Do not despise your difference. Your weirdness is your weapon. The fact that you do not do things like everyone else is exactly why you will succeed where others have failed. They are looking for a sword in the right hand. You are striking with the left. Micah 5 verse 12 says, I will cut off sorceries from your hand, and you shall have no soothsayers. This is a promise of purification, but it is also a reminder that your hand is a target for counterfeit powers. We must inspect one final area of your hand that we have neglected, the wrist. Look at your left wrist, right where the palm meets the arm. Bend your hand slightly inward. Do you see those horizontal lines running across your wrist? These are called the rascette lines or the bracelet lines. Most people have 2 or 3. If you have 4, you are extremely rare. These lines are the gateways of vitality. In the ancient understanding, the first line represents your health. If it is deep and unbroken, you have a constitution of iron. The second line represents your wealth. The third represents your influence. But I want you to look at the space between the lines. Is there a chain link pattern? Or maybe a small triangle or cross sitting on these lines? If you see a small island or a break in the first line of your wrist, listen to me carefully. This is where the leak is happening. This is the spiritual carpal tunnel. It means that you often give too much of your energy to others, leaving you depleted. You're pouring from an empty cup. You have a martyr complex ingrained in your spirit. You think that to be good, you have to be drained. We need to fix this gateway right now. We cannot leave this video with a broken gate. I want you to use the golden bracelet mental act. It is a passive restoration technique. You can do it while you are driving or sitting or lying down. Focus on your left wrist. Imagine that you are snapping a heavy, solid bracelet of light around it. Hear the click in your mind. This bracelet acts as a tourniquet. It does not stop the flow of blood. It stops the flow of unauthorized sacrifice. From this moment on, you will only give when God says, give. You will not give out of guilt. You will not give out of obligation. You will not give to people who refuse to help themselves. The bracelet reminds you, I am a steward of my energy, not a slave to their needs. Psalm 119 verse 173 says, Let your hand become my help, for I have chosen your precepts. When you choose to honor the boundaries of your own vessel, God's hand moves to help you. You are no longer trying to save the world with your own limited strength. There is one final phenomenon I must address for the remnant who are still listening. It is the phenomenon of the synchronic finger twitch. This is very specific. Have you ever been sitting still and suddenly your left thumb jumps? Just the thumb, or maybe your pinky finger spasms on its own. This is not a medical tremor. This is Morse code from the Holy Spirit. Each finger is connected to a specific planetary and biblical archetype. We discussed this briefly, but we need the advanced key. If your thumb twitches, It is a signal regarding your will and your father's house. Pray for your father, or your father figures immediately. If your index finger twitches, it is a signal of direction. You are about to lose your way or make a wrong turn. Stop. Wait for clarity. If your middle finger twitches, this is the finger of identity. Someone is challenging your standing. Stand firm. If your ring finger twitches, it is always about covenant. A relationship is shifting. If your pinky finger twitches, this is the finger of communication, Mercury. A message is coming. Check your email. Check your texts. A delay is breaking. You are a biological dashboard. Now that you know the codes, you will never be caught off guard again. You are not a victim of your body. You are the pilot of a highly advanced spiritual vessel. I want to leave you with a vision of what is coming next for you. I see a season where your left hand becomes magnetic. Literally. You will walk into stores and items you need will be on sale. You will reach for a door and someone will open it for you. You will put your hand to a project that has been dead for years and it will suddenly breathe and come to life. This is the Midas touch of the kingdom. Not gold for greed, but resources for the mission. But you must maintain the seal. Do not let the oil dry up. Every morning, look at your hand. Acknowledge the M. Acknowledge the heat. Say to yourself, I am the Ehud of my generation. I carry the hidden sword. I am the breaker of chains. Isaiah 41 verse 13 is your lifetime warranty. For I, the Lord your God, will hold your right hand, saying to you, fear not, I will help you. Notice the dynamic. He holds your right hand. That leaves your left hand free. Why? Because he is leading you with the right, but he expects you to work, to fight, and to receive with the left. You are in a partnership with the divine. Do not let anyone tell you that you are just imagining things. Do not let the world dull your sensitivity. Your sensitivity is your superpower. The heat is your confirmation. The mark is your map. You have the knowledge. You have the tools. You have the night protocol. You have the golden bracelet. The rest is up to you. Walk in this power. Do not apologize for it. If you are one of the few who made it to this hidden chapter, I want you to leave a different sign in the comments. Do not type 777. That was for the masses. I want you to type Ehud Rising. This tells me you know the secret of E, the left hand. It tells me you are ready to use your hidden weapon. Ehud Rising. Type it now, and watch how the atmosphere around you shifts. The king is dead. Long live the chosen.